Hello Galactic family. It has been some time since we talked about the cities of light in the higher realms and the wonderful gift that has been made available to mankind. We note that many of you as part of your earthly mission are actively involved in anchoring the light of the Creator adamantine particles within themselves on the crystalline grid of the earth, and then radiating the remnant into the world at large. Yet, while there is too much discontent, fear, and anger, most humanity is not yet ready to accept the fact that great changes in all areas of life on Earth are underway, and that the moment is of the essence. The masses are still in denial and resistant to change, and most are unable to absorb what they consider to be absurd, radical teachings of the coming age of enlightenment. We have repeatedly said that you are the transducers, the receptacles, the human vehicles within and through which the rarefied frequencies of the future must flow in order to be anchored on Earth and made available to all earthly creations. That is why it is so important for you to balance and harmonize your personal frequency patterns and return to the center, to accommodate a greater amount of the crystalline creator fire of life/love. If you remember, some time ago we explained how, as the earth was formed and prepared for human habitation, there were gigantic crystalline pinnacles of the living light implanted in the depths of the earth, which also extended above the ground, towards the heavens. These sentient pinnacles, which surrounded the world, were receivers and emitters of the sacred geometric codes of light from the great central sun, and the energy/frequency codes of the earth, which were then radiated back to the higher realms, so that the great beings of light could monitor the progress of earth and humanity. These magnificent pillars of light were also used to modify and refine the divine pattern and the frequencies of light being sent to earth and to the whole grid system. When earth fell into the density of the third and fourth dimensions, there was a dramatic increase in cataclysmic events in which most of these great pinnacles were fragmented, scattered, and buried deep in the earth. Only a few of these magnificent sentinels remained. However, they were camouflaged by a covering of plant material or layers of soil and stone. Most of the wonderful crystals that are returning to you during this miraculous era of transformation are fragments of those great pinnacles. Is it any wonder they have become so precious to you as you help them recover some of the wonderful memories of their ancient past and create visions of their home among the stars? Many of you have diligently anchored the stones of ascension as we instruct you to do so, along with information on how to visit the cities of light closest to you and how to connect to the vibratory frequencies of the fifth and sixth dimensions, in order to initiate the flow of the adamantine particles into its etheric vessel, into its fifth dimensional pyramid, and into its earthly physical vessel. We explain how you too can give as a tithing a portion of the adamantine particles that you have transferred and integrated into the world pyramid in the higher dimensions for the greater good of all. You can also dedicate a part to any other pyramid you have created or helped to create. A full explanation and how to proceed to do this was given in the past. It is time to give them a more detailed explanation of the stones to anchor the ascension and why they are so important. The two crystalline stones represent the crystalline light of fire of the Creator, or the adamantine particles, as we call them for this coming age. Since it is not plausible to replace the large pinnacles of sentient crystal around the earth, these stones will perform the same function as receivers and emitters, together with each of you as refined receptacles and conscious light. The two small amethyst stones will remove the violet flame from the transformation of the seventh ray, and radiate it to the many levels of the earth, thereby activating the large amethyst clusters and the etherically encapsulated violet flame chambers which were placed at around the earth, waiting for the appropriate time to erupt into life, and begin the uplifting process of transformation from within the structure of the earth. This will also accelerate the process of activating the crystalline grid system that envelops the Earth, which in turn will further accelerate the ascension process of Earth and humanity. Imagine, if you wish, a concentrated shaft of light radiating from the City of Light in your region, directly to your personal ascension stone, diamond-shaped formation, and then to the Earth's core. This will also speed up the process of anchoring the crystalline grid in your personal environment. This, in turn, will ultimately result in the creation of a sacred space of beauty and harmony in which peace and serenity will prevail. The moment will come, after you activate the ascensional light column itself, through your fifth dimensional pyramid, where the power of your magnetic resonance will attract and anchor a column of ascending light into the crystalline grid system through your ascensional stone of diamond pattern, which is hidden. In so doing, you will begin the process of radiating more and more this transforming light to the Earth and the surrounding regions. To rekindle your memory and remind you of the utmost importance of becoming bearers of the light of the Creator, let's repeat a brief excerpt from a past message. The portals are now open, but you must rise and enter, for this great gift of radiant light is only accessible to those who are firmly on the path of ascension and who are able to be baptized in the living light of the new creation. The key to each inner sanctum of higher dimension is the vibration, each one more refined and refined than the last. If you have been reading our messages for the last few years, and have made an effort to integrate, even if it is a small part of our teachings, you are ready to be part of this great mission and access a city of light. If you still have doubts, enter your pyramid of light and lie down on the crystal table that exists there. Ask your angelic friends to help you harmonize your frequency patterns, both internally and externally, and then, while in a purely meditative state, imagine the double helix light spiral. See yourself being lifted up in the right-hand spiral and let your higher self orchestrate your journey into the city of light. Do not set any conditions on your journey or expect a certain outcome. Let the Spirit be your guide and you will not be diverted. You will be infused with the proper amount of Creator light as much as you can integrate, process, and project to the world. No more, no less. Gradually, you, the ascending star seeds of the new creation, will pass more and more into the inner sanctuary of light, as you bring more and more of the Creator's rare light of fire, and the divine scheme of the future back to Earth with you. Remember, beloved, in many ways you are planting the seeds of ascension for humanity and the Earth. As it has been said, as you rise, so will the Earth and all its inhabitants do. My dear ones, we are aware that these are periods of great stress and of memorable changes. It is more important than ever that you do not let yourself be dragged down into the spiral of fear and negativity that is forming in the collective consciousness of humanity. You must be diligent in your determination to remain focused on your personal vision for the future. Do not allow others to dissuade you from your path due to a false sense of duty and ancient ties that bind you to the illusion of the third and fourth dimensions. Promise yourselves that from now on you will do only what excites you and brings you a sense of satisfaction, because there is your mission and how you can serve better. As you bring more joy into your life, others will notice and begin to follow your example, and, as you activate the source of your inner power, more and more this will unleash what is necessary for others to open the heart center them and begin the process of awakening. You can be catalysts that will help those in your sphere of influence to move more quickly through the healing process of emotional wounds, and through your words of wisdom you can inspire them to turn inward and begin to hear the warnings of the Spirit. Be aware that there will be people who will come into your life and may try to discourage you from following your path as you move further up the spiral of ascension, and there may be some that you will leave behind as you plunge deeper into the complexities of lighting. As you learn the lessons that are presented to you, and you are ready to move toward the light, many of those around you will remain imprisoned in the illusion of disharmonious lower dimensions. Do not judge. Bless them and allow them to follow their path, but do not let them dissuade you from following yours. Those, like you, who are at the forefront, are brave enough to come out and move away from the popular beliefs and limited mass consciousness of the third and fourth dimensional environment. Allow those visions, which sometimes fill your consciousness, to come forward and allow yourself to speak the words of wisdom that often float in your mind. You are in the process of accessing more and more of your sacred mind, your cosmic library, where a wealth of information, knowledge and ancient memories are stored. You must remember that during these many ages past, almost every soul born on the physical plane has been captured by the mass consciousness belief system of the third and fourth dimensions. As a result, the central issues of the past and the imperfections within the ancestral DNA have caused many symptoms to manifest themselves, whenever one has allowed himself to feel unloved or feel unworthy, guilty, ashamed, or resentful in some way. During these memorable times of transformation, the light of eternal life will not be denied. You are plunging into the deepest pockets of negativity within your multiple bodily systems. As these misguided thought forms come to light, they can create great discomfort in a number of ways because they have been part of their physical constitution for a long time. They may not give up easily, beloved ones, but you must prevail. When the opposing forces of light and shadow meet, the light is always victorious in the last analysis. So do not be discouraged, for as you go deeper and deeper into your inner core, you will have the opportunity, once and for all, to release into the light all frequencies of a discordant nature that do not serve your good bigger. The process of transformation is accelerating exponentially. However, it will be much easier for those who are actively participating in the very process of ascension. Remember, always ask for ease and grace. My faithful warriors, are you ready to move forward and accept the final stage of your earthly mission? Because in these critical times, you are needed as transducers and transmitters of this refined energy to help humanity and Earth go through this important period of transition. That is why I called my legions once again, and because I am making my presence known to those who have agreed to play an important role in the great drama that is now developing on Earth. As you fill yourself to the overflow with the elixir of love/light of the Creator, your circle of influence will widen. First, you will be transformed, and, gradually, those in your immediate environment, then it will radiate more and more into the world. As you allow your higher self to guide you and integrate you internally, more fully, more and more inspired thoughts will come to you. There are many ways to allow the Spirit to manifest through you. Just allow this to happen naturally, my dears. Our Father/Mother God and the total company of the higher realms are here to support, encourage and love all of you unconditionally. I am Archangel Michael,